Welcome to the Patriots RAW. We are live streaming here from the America First Warehouse and the America First Television Media and Television Network. We are here tonight with Dale and Jim. My brother and your brother from another mother.
Yeah, exactly.
When we first watched you guys, we said to each other before we had you on our show and before we talked to you, or you had us on your show, is that they are a female version of us.
Yes, and we said the same thing. We said the same exact thing.
It's crazy.
Dale and Jim are from two guys, one coup.
That's it.
Oh, she says it like you guys know.
I know.
I'm telling you, I'm
Jim says
obsessed.
it.
I
Like
watch
Jim
you
says
every
it. Oddly
time.
enough, isn't it weird?
Yeah.
I love it. I watch
Yes.
it at home all the time. Like but if I'm cleaning the kitchen, like that's just my go-to thing now.
Yeah.
So we're going to show
everybody
you,
should.
right?
It's so great.
Right? That's
We're
what I'm
so
saying.
humble about it.
They are so humble about it.
We are. So.
But this, I'm so excited. It's funny how God works. Like,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Like we were. It was a twist of fate. We'll get into that. And I feel like we met old family at this point. I feel like we're all family.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
And so let's say hi to the families watching. So tell me your wife's name. I'm friends
Sherry,
with your wife, right?
Yeah, Sherry is my wife, and my daughter Brittany, and my mom's watching right
And
now. So
Lori,
right.
and my
Okay,
in-laws
so-
are watching as well. Bob and
Hello,
Gloria.
everyone. We hope to meet you
Hello,
very soon.
everybody.
Thank you for sharing them with us. We are so happy to
Yeah.
meet our brothers here in person.
It's awesome.
And it's great for you to see the warehouse, the most patriotic venue
In all the land.
in the world. I
Right?
don't know where this. I didn't know what to expect. I expected greatness. I did.
Thank you.
This is beyond
Yes,
that.
absolutely.
And I'm talking about not just every inch of this place tells a story.
It does.
Story.
It really honestly does.
It does. And it's like you can just go through the last 10, 15 years right here in this warehouse, and it's better than any textbook anybody can tell
thank
you.
you.
It's absolutely the most spectacular thing I've ever seen. And I'm trying to pay attention to people talking, and I'm find myself wandering.
You get
and
trapped- you
finding
get stuck
something
on
new,
something, yeah.
in a different corner.
Oh, I love that.
He's
Well,
incredible.
I know. Next time, hopefully, you guys are here a little bit longer. Our home is your home. It's your network too now. So
This is amazing. What an honor.
we're always here, and love for you guys to be
Yes.
here. The events just tick so differently. It's such a different. Vibe.
Whatever weekend, I want to be here on the 30th.
absolutely.
That's going to be a really cool day.
And if I don't come, my wife probably will.
Well, then Lori, come hang out with us. Sorry, girls trip.
Yeah, girls trip.
Sherry
They
and
can
Lori
up
come to New
Long
York.
Island.
That's it.
They
Just
want
get
to
in the
talk to
car.
the median anyway, to Long Island median.
We have connections to Teresa Caputo.
My daughter's going to be nuts now.
Try. I can see if they come up here, I could try.
Yeah.
But yeah, ladies, come visit us. We would love to hang out with
we
you.
always talk about this, and we talk about our wives all the time. But they're true patriots, and they're strong women. They're the women that we want to be a part of.
I love that.
Oh yeah.
The other women.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just
The
that alone,
blue-haired.
I love you guys, so I love them, and I love hearing that.
They're you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they are.
Well, then I
They're
really
you.
want you guys to come.
Please.
They really are.
Please, they really are.
We'll have a lot of fun. So if you guys can come up, we'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah, and unlike Democrats, they're actual women.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, which is crazy.
not
really
offended if
crazy.
we
These
call
They're not
them-
crazy
loons.
these days.
They're
you
not
know?
offended if we call them that.
right? Isn't it amazing?
It's quite so different. You know? Yeah.
That's like before when Dale said, "I'm going to the gender-neutral bathroom." I said, "You
I
gotta
know.
tell me your pronoun first."
I know. I'm like,
We were
there's no better women.
we were
There's
going to
two
put a
of them.
sign on the bathrooms like something funny about like not having pronouns or I don't know or actually putting him, her, and she,
She,
her, and him,
them,
they,
Z,
whatever the
I
hell
don't
it
know
is.
what they are anymore. Yeah.
And didn't the LGBTQ thing just like expand to like
Expand
some
the numbers.
It's like the
Yeah.
whole alphabet right now.
It's the alphabet. They ran out. So now
Yeah.
it's like numbers now at this point, which is infinite.
It's
So,
the most
can't
bizarre
wait.
thing I ever
Well,
saw.
now they've added the.
They're into like the Greek language now, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're back to hieroglyphics or whatever. Yeah, I think that's what we're at now.
Yeah, I'll show them. I have hieroglyphics to put in there.
Yeah, I do too.
There was one show that we did that we read what they consider gender. We read them and described what it was, and basically what we decided, it's all bisexual.
Bisexual.
It basically is. You're right.
It's all bisexual. It doesn't matter which one you call it.
You're right.
That's what it is.
And the progressive one gets really gross. It goes
it
into
does.
pedophilia. And
Oh, yes.
the white is like for purity of sleeping with children or something. It's like
It's
gross.
disgusting.
it.
We
It's
were at a
beyond
Moms
disgusting.
for Liberty rally in Philadelphia. We went to we were a part of Moms for Liberty for
That's
a couple
awesome.
years, and so we went to the Philadelphia rally and we saw this flag, and Dylan and I are looking at each other and we're like, "Isn't that the NAMBLA flag?"
Yeah.
So if you know,
Oh,
North,
no.
yeah.
if you're
North
familiar.
American
So all of
boy
these
men,
Boys
boys love,
Association
yeah.
or
Men
something.
Boy Love
Yeah.
Association.
The
It's
fact
not.
that that's even a thing.
It's
Oh,
not dads
yeah.
loving sons.
no.
No,
No,
no.
it's
No, it's not
actually,
that kind of
don't they
paternal
identify
love.
with younger boys to then
Yes.
sleep with the younger
It's
boys? I mean,
disgusting.
it's disgusting.
And they
That's what it
sit
is.
there and tell you that one day that is going to be normal.
Oh,
no,
no.
it will never,
I do not
ever
wanna-
be normal.
But
I don't
you
want to be
sit
here
there-
either. I'd rather be
But
down
I
sit there and
agree,
think about
I agree,
this.
but that's why
Would
we
you
gotta
have ever
fight.
have thought we'd be
100%.
arguing about a teenage girl wanting to be a teenage boy? So this scares me.
It scares
Yeah.
me too,
On where
especially
we
when
could
you have
be.
grandkids
Yeah.
coming, and,
Yeah.
and my kids are,
Yeah.
my kids are getting a little bit older. You're gonna have grandkids.
I want
probably
grandkids,
soon.
and I don't want them
I mean, you
living
have
like
a
this.
grandson now.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot my son's watching too, by the way.
right. Oh.
Michael, speaking of that.
Hi, Michael.
Yeah, so
Thank you
anyways,
for
forgot
watching.
that. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, I mean, from this coming from a party that tried to also normalize the term minor attracted persons. So, I mean, the whole map thing.
It makes me
NAMBLA
so
thing
mental,
together.
actually.
Yeah.
It's
It makes me mental. I
Insane.
I'm getting hot now.
Yeah, I know. I
Like-
know. Yeah, it does.
And we've had some crazy, like, okay, so we're in New York. We have this Kilnick. Is that the guy? I can't remember his name. He's the leader of the LGBT community here on Long Island.
Okay.
Demonic to levels you wouldn't even believe.
Wow.
He's been at school board meetings countering us, and the things that they do and the things that they propose are
Yeah.
just I can't even.
wrap your brain.
I
We're
can't
not
wrap
meant
my
to
brain.
wrap our brains
No.
around
No,
this.
you're right. We're not.
You're
We
right.
don't think like them.
No.
So it's hard for us
No.
to wrap our brains around
Yeah.
situations like that or anything they're really battling. They're always on the wrong side of
Always.
the issues anyways.
Yeah.
But we don't think like them, so it's hard for us to even fathom these things happening. I don't know how they get to this point. I don't know how you get that mental to where you...
I say it's.
And
the
then you
enemy.
try to explain
It
it.
is.
You try to explain to somebody that's not that.
Yeah.
But they're not with it. They have no idea. They're like,
Correct.
it just makes. You can see their brains just sort of like this. It,
how
it makes
how
no
many
sense.
intelligent people do you know? And I mean book smart, intelligent people, you know, that believe that way. And it's
so
like,
my
I
mom
don't...
and I talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
My mom could be watching. She watches.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
Hi, Tech.
Yeah.
She's down in Florida.
Is she?
Yeah, but she's on like the West Coast a little bit.
Yeah.
She's in like Sarasota, Bradenton.
Yeah, that's a good area. That's a
It
great
is. It's
area.
red. It's
Yeah, it's
great.
red. It's
She's living
beautiful.
her best life down
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But we've got friends of the family that she was just here for Easter, and we always talk about this stuff. She's like, Teresa, I don't get it. They're some of the smartest people we know that have master's degrees and
Yeah.
degrees after degree, and they are the most liberal people that like they don't, and they double down.
Yeah.
I mean, like they double down on their psychosis, and it's just so hard to even.
I just say education does not equate.
It doesn't. Common
educated.
sense and
No.
right.
You
Not at
know,
all.
There's just a difference. The whole
Not
book
at all.
smarts, and of course we know what the school system has done for
100%.
years
Yep.
and leading into college, liberal colleges. So I know where they're
Absolutely.
getting it from, but how does it even penetrate?
Right.
How easily influenced do you have to be to believe that stuff, that mutilating children
And it could
is
happen
good,
to any.
or-
Like my sister went to college. She's 10 years younger than me,
Mm-hmm.
so she's in that. I'm 45, so she's 30. She'll be 35.
Mm-hmm.
So she's in. I call that like the lost generation. I think it's coming back now, though. I see
do
a lot
too.
of, lot
Oh,
of strong
agreed.
young patriots
Yeah.
who are faithful. It's amazing to watch. But her generation is like, to me, a lost generation.
Yeah.
And she literally came back from college a whole different person.
Weird.
Yeah.
And my mom gets upset. Sorry, Mom, if you watch, she got even tears up. Like, I raised you all the same. Like, how
do you end up so different?
She's not very faithful, and that's where we think she went wrong.
That's a problem.
But we were raised very faithfully.
Yes.
So the other three of us are fine. In fact, my brother, but he's my stepbrother, are on lockstep. We're like, you know, but we were all raised the same. And she went to college and came back a different person. So I told my kids straight out, my son's graduating next month. He's graduating from the most liberal colleges in New York. The other two, I'm not even sending.
Yeah.
If you don't want to go and you don't have a clear direction,
Correct.
I'd rather you not
Yeah.
even be
Correct.
in the building.
Neither of my children went to college. Both are very successful.
That's amazing.
And both patriots. And
Wonderful.
both. I mean,
Good job.
we've instilled that in them. My wife instilled faith in them.
It's amazing.
Like, just absolutely. And the right way. Not forcibly doing it, but
Right.
just teaching lessons as they apply to
Absolutely.
their life in general.
Yep, that's
And she
where
was-
it's important.
She was just so good at that. You know, I was not the faithful. I'm more the, you know, I
Not
guess
usually the
let's-
moms that do
yeah, I'm
that.
kind of more like the let's have fun.
Yeah,
guy.
of course.
You know,
Balance.
and she's like the no, you're going to go down. You know, we got to learn this and we got to do that, and you're going to make a path in life. But we always let them do what they felt was right in their heart.
Right.
And none of them felt college was right. And,
That's
and
good.
to be honest with you, we thank
Grateful,
God every day
right?
for that.
I
you
wish
know?
my
So,
daughter had not at this point in time.
Isn't it?
Four-
Yeah, I mean,
4 years, forensic science degree,
Oh.
master's in animal forensics,
wow.
and she's working at where I used to work. I trained her how to be an automotive
She's great at what she's
bookkeeper, and
doing
she's
now.
amazing at what she does.
Yeah.
But, you
But
know.
then
My
all
sister
of
has
that
Yeah.
a $250,000 bill from
Yeah.
this
Oh, my
school.
God. I'm still.
She's not
That's
working in the
crazy.
field that she went to school for.
No, most don't.
Yeah. I
I
won't even pay it off because I'll be dead before it'll be relieved before
It
it's
will
ever
be.
paid
It
in
will
full.
be.
Children. My daughters went to the medical side, and my son is in law enforcement, and they both went to school. But my son, as we always joke, and they said, I'm conservative, but he's conservative more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some
more.
Yeah.
some
And-
that happens with.
Yeah. And he's that guy, and my daughter still has compassion. She still has compassion towards people, but she also understands that sometimes compassion can lead you astray. Like we have relatives in our family that mine in particular always likes to use the term, well, but what about the children? What about the children? And I said, as long as you use that term, nothing is ever going to get fixed.
That's right.
Welfare, nothing's ever going to get fixed. How
That's
many
right.
generations of
Yep.
people we have on welfare?
Yep.
I know we're
Yep.
changing subjects.
No,
here,
it's
but
okay. No,
There's just a lot of different things here.
Oh, you
And-
got 20 seconds.
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah.
But
Good looking
that's
at
what we
going
do.
out.
Thank
You
you.
just said
Listen,
it.
I'm
yeah.
a pro.
But
That's what I do.
no, it's like we could not be more proud of our children.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Because they
But
are.
it took both. It took
Yeah.
a family.
It
took
does.
the
It
nuclear
does.
family
Yeah.
to
It
do
takes a
that.
family.
And sometimes
Yeah.
it's hard. Like
I agree.
We've been single, but I think we've done a decent job raising our kids.
Amazing
Absolutely.
Praise
job.
God.
Yeah, amazing.
So,
job.
well, we're going to come right back with our Patriot brothers here. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back.
Most people think they have options when searching for the best deals when they travel. But here's the shocking truth. 100% of the major travel agencies are owned by just two entities, Expedia and Booking Holdings. They claim to offer the lowest rates, but due to the hotel rate parity agreement, they all have the same pricing, limiting genuine competition. When you book through these sites, you act as your own travel agent, but the profits are going to organizations that don't support our patriot values. We cannot allow that to continue. So, we decided to make travel great again by starting a US-based travel membership platform, mypatriottravel.com. We are patriots helping patriots. Together, we can disrupt the travel industry by not spending our hard-earned dollars supporting the radical left. For just $29.99 per month, you gain access to true wholesale rates on travel, saving you on average 35% and up to 65%. Book as often as you like, with no limits. Keep your hard-earned dollars in your pocket and spend them on things you need and want to support. Go to mypatriottravel.com/TAFW and grab your membership today. mypatriottravel.com/TAFW. Making travel great again.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
I'm sure you guys remember the platinum single Justice for All with Donald Trump and the J6 Prison Choir. Well, get ready for round two. We're coming out with Anthem of the Free with High Res and the J6 Prison Choir. It's coming out now. It's pre-sale until December 19th when it drops. Get yours on all platforms, Google Play, Apple iTunes. Get it. It's going to be hot.
Justice for all, our voices ring. The anthem of the free.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see. A symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Welcome back to the Patriots RAW. We're going to continue with Dale and Jim from Two Guys one coup.
I love that she's saying it like that.
Like
This
she
is
does.
so
It's
amazing.
amazing.
You guys should trademark that.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, and the pause.
Right?
Just the specific
The pause.
Yeah, we could probably pat
You know, it's
that,
one of the
you know?
few things on the show that I can say was mine.
See, good. Well, good job.
It's
Jim.
so cool. I love
Everything
it.
else is him.
No.
Well,
that's- yeah,
and I want to just say this, and because, and I mean this is a lot of the stuff that we have, our intros, everything
Which,
that we
by
do
the way, is amazing.
is all
Well, thank
him.
you.
Oh my
Great
God,
job.
it's so
And-
good.
Thank you.
You know,
Appreciate that,
it's
yeah.
just because he's really good at that stuff and he puts that stuff together. And of course, we have one of our mods. We got to give Leslie credit.
We do.
She helps
Yeah.
put those.
Oh,
things
yeah, and there's
in there.
another name at the top.
Tarna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tarna and Leslie
We have,
are
if you
absolutely-
ever get the chance to look at our Rumble,
Oh,
chat,
Angie joins.
I do.
I've seen
I
Tarna.
do. I
Angie
check
joins.
it out.
I tried. I
it
know.
is
It's
one of
hard.
the.
It's hard
I
because
dare you to find a better chat.
They're so good.
There are
and they're
times that
funny.
Dylan, I wonder if they're even listening.
They aren't normally.
They
It's
have
just
their
a
own
chat thing going on the side. We're like, thanks for having us on in the background. We appreciate it. Thanks for
Eventually,
listening,
we're going
maybe.
to try to get to that here. We just
Yeah.
you need to have this 14 shows. You have to have 14 different, you know.
It's hard.
And we haven't
Yeah.
got. Now I'll get into that later on. But we got the last part of our 14 show lineup now.
Nice. Good.
Today was the final one, which was a special episode. Actually, you know what? I'll say that quick now that
Yeah,
I'm
go
on the
ahead,
topic.
please.
Okay.
So
I have nothing up, so just so
if
you
we
know.
could just bring up Asset 6, please, The Great Awakening. I really want to talk about this for 1 second.
Okay.
Because this is really heartfelt and important to me. So some of you may know John Mulrooney, the comic, who was much bigger than I even knew, honestly.
Yes.
I met him through KDJ, and I kind of clicked with him like the way I clicked with you guys right away. Instantly, like a brother, invited me on his podcast right away. He was supposed to come on ours. I didn't realize how, it doesn't matter, but this is why I even love him more now. He passed away in December. Let me go back. He was going on a trip in December. He called me like the day before he was leaving. He said, T, I'm going. I would love to see you guys when I get back. He was going to start putting his shows on our network, very similar. He got home on December 20, between Christmas and New Year's. He fell on the ice here, hit his head, fell asleep, didn't wake up. Wow. And he had just retired from the police force. He had just been recovered from a shoulder surgery, and he was in love with this place, and he was so excited to do he did a podcast with Phil Iazetta. I was heartbroken when he passed away. Such a great patriot. The name of his show was The Great Awakening. He goes down all the rabbit holes, one of us completely. His co-host, Phil, I didn't have a way to get a hold of him, and I had thought about him a couple of times. Reached out to me a month ago. Lo and behold, I'll cut to the chase. They took up our last monthly slot at 4 o'clock. It's the third Tuesday of every month.
That's great.
It was actually supposed to be Natasha's
Yeah.
spot.
Well, yeah.
But when that day comes,
Yeah, when it
we'll
comes.
make something else happen for her.
Yeah.
But so that was the spot that I had, and he got that. Today was the debut. It was an honor for John Mulroney. That graphic that was just up, or if they put it up again.
Yeah.
That's just a way to find them. If everyone can try to go back to that episode today, his first episode, just because it's such a special honor of John Mulroney, my dear friend. John, I hope you're shining down proudly. We love you, brother. I'm
sure
And
he
I just
is.
wanted to make mention of that because he was very special. You guys would have been friends with him.
Oh, my
like
gosh,
he
it's
would
a
have been
shame.
right in the
Yeah.
mix, like felt like a brother to you guys.
Yeah.
Totally would have
Wow.
loved him. So God has his plans, but I wanted to just welcome
it's
Phil
in
to
his
the
timing,
AFMT family.
Yes, thank you.
And really happy to have him on.
It is one great family.
It is. I appreciate that. And
It
and for
is a
him,
great family. Yeah.
He was in tears. He's like, I need this to heal. I'm devastated. He was my
This
best
is
friend. And I said,
therapeutic for him,
whatever
for
we could
sure.
do to keep the legacy alive
agree.
and welcome him to the
Got the
family. So,
chills.
yeah. It's,
Yeah.
Got the
it's
chills.
and I will, on that note, really quick, for some, we might have new people watching. 'Cause you guys are on with us. This place is very special, and I don't want to. It's easy for me to say. I work here, and I've been a guest for a few years, but I have to tell you that very recently, 4 to 5 people at this point have been, and I get choked up when I say this. One person most recently told me that she's doing a fundraiser for us. If you're watching, I love you, Lisa. And she said to me, I can't tell you who because it's their testimony, but there were 2 people. One was close to suicide, one was close to in a deep depression. And then she told me this place, and I get choked up now.
Wow.
This place saved them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this place sometimes is even more special than I even realized.
Yeah.
You don't even know, right? You don't know who you're affecting.
It's blessed. This
Yeah.
place is
It's
blessed
very
by
blessed.
God. It really is. It really is. You feel. I mean, the
you
cross
feel it.
is right up on the wall.
That's what
there.
That's what I always
You
tell
know?
people. That's why you got to come. It's a feeling. And I'll end with this part. There were 3 different faith leaders that have come through here. All said wonderful things about this, but one thing that struck me was all 3 of them said almost verbatim the same thing to me, and it kind of freaks me out a little bit. It's obviously God's message. All 3 of them don't know each other. Told me this place was surrounded by angels.
Wow.
The first person told me, I said, okay, that makes me feel good. I'm here all the time. Second person, I said, that's weird.
What?
I've heard that before. When the third person said, I'm like, this is too close of a
Yeah.
sentence for three people that don't know each
Correct.
other to say.
Yep.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
it's a very blessed place, and if you're ever in the area, we'd love to welcome you with open
Yeah.
arms.
Yeah.
Yes.
But right now, we just want Lori and Sherry. The rest of you can all and it's great. So anyway,
Yeah.
Sorry, I went
No,
on
that's
TED
great.
Talk.
Thank you for telling us. I didn't know about that story really. I didn't know much about it, and then to hear how John did pass away.
yeah, it's really,
and
it was so sudden.
And I think that sometimes that's why people, and I think in general, people question faith sometimes. It's like, how can there be, right? How is there this good God that lets this happen and lets that
And
happen?
not to get too, but someone like Nancy Pelosi still gets.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So you see
Yeah.
that, and you're
Yeah.
like, how does this happen?
makes no
but
sense.
there is
a
purpose.
plan and a purpose, and I do think sometimes like maybe he was protecting him from something else. You know, you never know what
You
God's
never
plan
know,
is.
right,
And maybe
what it
he's
is.
building an army. Sometimes
plan.
he's
Yep.
got an army of angels up there that are. When one of my
True.
best friends died in 2020, he was such a pivotal person for his very disabled son. And I thought maybe God felt he could protect more from up there than down here on earth. Like I don't know the right answer, but it does make you question things. But
I mean, look
when
at Charlie Kirk.
That's
Yeah.
exactly.
Look at
But you know
Charlie
what? The
Kirk.
enemy's going to go after the good people
Yeah.
first.
Always.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's, and that's why faith has been so important to us here at the warehouse within our show. I was raised a Roman Catholic, now I'm a Christian. And I wanted to actually, you said something today in the podcast this morning, and I was thinking of you when you said it because you were saying about not being able to pray for your enemies.
Yeah, you've
And-
talked about that a lot.
Yeah, we
recently.
did, yeah.
Yes, and my grandmother growing up used to tell me, honey, because I used to be like always on my own soapbox and always had
Yeah.
like a stance. You have to pray for your enemies. And I used to tell her, I'm not wasting a prayer on the people. Like they don't deserve my prayer. Except now as a Christian, I realize we have to pray for the hearts and souls of those people. And I used to be like that. I appreciated what you said that because I remember being the same way. I do now. And I remember the first time I prayed for Biden and Kamala. I was like,
Oh my gosh, it almost probably made you look.
I wanted to like choke, but I
Like
was
a
like,
gag reflex
oh my
was-
God, I just prayed for like the people I can't stand the most, but we have to, right? We need
Yeah.
God to reach them, and
And I completely understand that. And
Yeah.
there will be.
a cold day in hell when Dale does that.
No. Yeah, the big cold day. No, I pray for those people. No, there just will be that awakening at some point. I
Yeah.
know that when you're just like, okay, now's the time. This is what I'm
right.
supposed to, or this is when I.
You
right
will. It's
now,
your journey.
It's a journey.
You got it. It's a journey. I'm
And-
What is
still
and
on
I
it.
get it.
What is it you say? Let your will be done.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say that.
Just
I
let
say
your will
it's
be
snarky.
done.
I say
Yeah.
it's snarky, like with the Pope last year. I'm like, I can't. I had nothing good to say when he died, but I'm like, Lord,
Let
your will be done, because He knows the true intention. He knows what the
Yep.
Pope is doing more than I
agree.
do.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
I just that's my snarky
Yeah.
but truthful prayer now. Like,
I guess
God's will be done.
that does make sense.
Yeah.
Completely.
And
but
if that's the
so
best you can
difficult.
do, then that's the best you can do.
I know. That's
And
also a good
it's-
one.
When
too.
you're ready, you can start with that prayer. It's a little snarky, but
Yeah, I know. I think I will.
I even have
That's
to
a
be
good-
obnoxious when I'm praying.
I know. Yeah, of course.
If you want to look at the way that I look at it is the left has no problem cutting down Christianity. None whatsoever.
right?
None whatsoever.
Matter of fact, pretty much making it. If they had their way, I honestly believe they would call it a terrorist group.
Oh my God, of course, and we'd probably be honoring Satan
But
everywhere.
Correct.
here's the thing: they feel comfortable doing that, but would they ever condemn Islam?
No.
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 Why? Because they'll get
No.
you.
Oh right.
They get you.
Well, that's so true because after that thing happened with the guys in the city,
That's what I was. That's an
Yeah.
example.
I said to James and Angie and Ernie one day, like right after that, I was like, we got this all wrong. I no longer want to go to the city and fight them like that. I want to be tactically trained because if and when that day comes, they're coming to us
Yep.
Yes.
first.
Correct.
They're coming to the Christian nationalist
Yep.
patriots.
Of course.
Especially the ones that have like they know who we are. We're
Yeah.
telling them every week who we are.
Yeah.
And I refuse to live in fear.
Agreed.
But I'm going to be smart about this.
And
if
be
they do
prepared.
come, at least I'm going to have better. I shouldn't even say this on air, but I'm not like as tactically trained as I'll just put it this way. I'm just not as tactically trained as I want to be yet. But I still have weapons and guns.
Well,
and I'm still going to
correct.
try to shoot you if you come
Correct,
to my
correct.
house. Just
I
so you
how
know.
to do that,
And your
right?
mouth
Yeah.
works really
And my
good.
mouth works good, but my mouth works great. Actually, that's like a
It's
freaking
a weapon. in
I am
itself,
not.
right? Yeah.
I would say that I'm not trained in that. But if you mess with my family,
You go
I will
ham.
go Jean
Me
Claude
too.
Van Damme on you.
In fact, I heard what you guys were saying earlier about the family in court. If someone hurt your kid, like
Yes.
Angie,
Yeah.
Angie has seen me
Yeah.
at school board meetings where I don't know how I didn't get. I know why I didn't
Yeah,
get
I don't know
arrested.
how you go through those. Honestly, those.
Oh,
school
you
board,
have
I'd
no.
go ballistic.
I was
Do
at the
not.
stand twice a month, like a full-time job, fighting
Yeah.
fighting the school
Yeah.
board hardcore. Mental, like when they said certain things, like because I was protecting my children.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Like if I couldn't sit in court with
Yeah.
someone who raped or killed my child.
Oh, I couldn't do it. I don't know
Hold me
how
back.
they do it.
You would literally have
Hold
to hold
me back.
I don't know how I could do that, and that would be an enemy that'd be very difficult to pray for. Right? I get it. I get why people do it because that's a healing for them too, and I do understand that. But
I don't know if I could do it either.
I don't know if I could go that far.
But you know what I always think about in that moment, and I thought about it today. I was getting ready when I was listening to what you were saying. I guess in your moment of grief and desperation, if that's it might just come out as a healing mechanism.
Right,
Like
that's right.
Like I have to let go of this. It's not really for, like they always say. It's not really for the other person. It's
It's
really
for yourself.
For yourself.
Right.
Yes,
It's
that's
to
what the
heal
forgiveness
yourself.
is.
But I
yes.
also believe there's a way to do that without having to. And again, it's however you feel in your
Of
heart.
course.
I will never
individual.
condemn anybody. Like
Yeah.
Erica Kirk being able to say that almost immediately.
Yeah, well, I have a new feel. I sobbed at first, but now I think it's all bullshit. So.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
All right,
gosh.
there's a
What?
new
Here we go.
podcast
What?
coming to
Here
the
we
Did
go.
she say horseshit and
There you go.
gunsmoke?
We're 45 seconds, but
yeah,
it's,
there's. I'm with you
I just
on this
can't-
one, 100%.
there's a way to say you got to move on.
Absolutely. Without.
But I will move on without forgiving.
I know.
And
I don't think. I don't.
can't- I just truly cannot see me if something happens to somebody in my family.
I'm an eye for
I
an
can't
eye
either.
kind
Yeah.
of guy.
Take
you know,
me.
I mean, I just
Listen,
don't. See
I mean,
it.
Jesus. That is biblical too.
That's
And I
biblical.
always say,
Testament on
Jesus flipped tables. He hung out
Yes.
bad people.
Yes, he
like
did.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's that's okay.
It's
I
okay.
appreciate. I don't really couldn't see myself doing it either. But
Yeah.
I was. You got me thinking this morning about multiple things.
well, that's what we
correct.
try to do.
Yeah.
it
We try to
worked.
get
You
people
do.
to think.
It
You
worked.
do.
Wow.
Make sure you listen to
It worked.
Two guys, one coup.
and the Patriots. We'll be right back.
Ready to move and celebrate freedom like never before. The America First Warehouse proudly presents Freedom in Motion, America 250. Join Lisa for an electrifying dance fitness fundraiser designed to get your heart pumping and your spirit soaring. This dynamic 6-week session is perfect for all fitness levels, whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your routine. Feel the energy of an epic patriotic playlist. Boost your fitness, learn exciting new moves, and relieve stress while having an absolute blast. All for just $100 per person, and it all supports a great cause. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Come dance, get fit, and celebrate America 250 in motion.
Politics feeling broken? What if you could match with politicians the way you match on a dating app, but based on real values? Meet OpScore from GoUSA, the first ever values-based political matchmaker. Think Match.com for elections that aligns voters with politicians. We score politicians on a nonpartisan scale based on your priorities. Track your politician scores and take our OpScore Challenge survey to match with leaders who align with you at opscore.org. Stop voting blind. Start matching smart. Politicians work for you.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
If the vote count is accurate, then how come the number of voters is different? And if it's not accurate, then why was it certified? We are suing Letitia James and the New York State Board of Elections for a conspiracy against fundamental rights. This is not about who won. It's not about what party. It's about the fact that they don't care about your rights.
It's me, Joe the Box, and I'm John the Blanket with the America First podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. The Fred Rubino podcast coming to you from the America First Warehouse.
Welcome, everybody, to the James Justice Show, tearing these airwaves apart with all the craziness that goes on in the world.
Welcome to the Patriots podcast. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast here at the America First Warehouse in Long Island, New York.
Shane Jenkins here with another episode of Liberty's Cage. Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Red, Right, and True.
We are streaming live on America First Media and Television app.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
We're back to the Patriots.
Thanks.
Oh, God, I wish you guys lived here.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that was awesome.
This would
Can
be
we
an
just
insane
ask,
show.
like, Sherry and Lori and the family, if you guys could leaving the free state of Florida to come live in New York?
Yeah, I don't think we're heading north.
I don't blame you.
Like, it's cold here.
It is.
Oh, yeah, you
this
won't.
is not
It's
normal.
actually
See,
like
again, I tell Dale it's chilly.
Chilly.
It is chilly
No, it's
to us
cold.
right now.
No,
To
it's-
us, it's chilly right now.
It's
But
It's
I've
not
been
bad. Today's not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
last week we had like 80 degrees. I was sweltering.
Yeah.
So
I saw that, and of course
Yeah.
the week we're going to be here.
Of course,
you
I know. You guys
bundle
brought
up.
the cold, but okay.
Sherry's like, "You taking a jacket?" I'm like, "No, really,
hate
do
jackets.
have
I
to
just
wear a
bought
jacket?"
flowers too. I'm like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
the frost is gonna get them.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it sucks here,
So-
but the cold
Yeah, because
is.
I'm not wasting time covering them.
No.
Sorry.
I didn't.
I'll just plant.
We had
I
a
didn't.
rough winter here this
Yeah.
year too. Oh my God, it was like
Bad.
it was just like
Yeah.
nor'easter after nor'easter
Yeah,
after nor'easter.
one thing after another.
We're
What
learning
is
a
up
lot.
with this hair today? I gotta
Botany,
tell you, I don't
meteorology.
know.
We're learning
Right?
a lot on this show. I didn't
Seriously,
even-
we're gonna cover every
We're
gamut
covering
here.
everything now. So-
We are
Well, I
covering-
think we should. Let's go into it.
Climate change?
Oh man, I wish I had her song to play.
I know I do. Natasha's
I
song.
mean,
love her.
I believe it's there.
It's why they got golf ball size
because
hail.
Climate changes.
It does. The Earth gets
it's
old. It
always
changes
Naturally.
It never doesn't change.
Al Gore.
Yeah. Yeah. He's right.
How come he doesn't come out and say that I was wrong?
Yeah.
Didn't he say something recently? Did I hear that a couple of months ago? Like
He's still alive?
I don't even know. Yeah, I guess. He said
He's relevant?
Somebody questioned that, and I think he kind of like.
What
claimed-
could
I
he
went to look it
say?
up.
What could he say?
Well, you know what
Like,
we say
oops.
when somebody comes to me and says, "What about the beaches going away and disappearing?" And we call that erosion.
We go
Yeah,
where?
yeah, yeah.
And
That
every
erosion
and,
since
and,
We
and,
learned that in
time.
8th grade science.
and every single one of those high-profile people have a beach house on like Mount.
I know,
whatever.
I
I'm
know
like,
they do.
Oh, aren't you so
Yeah.
worried about the
You're not
the
worried about
thing?
that.
I
Yeah,
think of
exactly.
Trump talking in his speech about like the 1 millimeter of beachfront that
Yeah, I know.
disappeared
Or
over
how about-
the last
how about-
8,000 years. You know, it's like
The year on
crazy.
Earth Day that Barack Obama took Air Force One to fly across the country
Yes.
to plant one single tree, and then
Yes.
and
And
then
then
took
fly
Air
back.
Force One
Yes.
all the way back. Or all the people that go to the meeting in
Davos.
in Davos,
Yeah.
all on private jets, and then sit there and
Yep.
try to tell us that
It's all
they,
about climate
like
change
you,
is bad.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
It's like they're eating
Rules
the
for
meat.
thee, not for
And,
me.
and
Yes.
That's what it
Obama's
is.
going to Chicago for date night when they were when there was perfectly fine
But-
restaurants in Washington
That
D.C.
sure
they coulda
was.
went to.
Wow.
Isn't it like it's and everyone
Mike?
just
Look
like
at him.
Uh-huh.
I feel like they're like the what's that?
Oh, I know those monkeys.
That monkey.
Those clapping
Yeah.
monkeys.
Like,
Just,
just like-
going along with the flow. You
And
know?
when you're awake, you just like I'm sure I probably could have fell into that category as like a monkey at one point.
Yeah.
Like, but when you're awake like this, it's like it just is so insane. You see you can't unsee it. Everything's so different.
Yep. Awake, not woke, right?
When
That's
when the
right. I mean,
news stations
So awake.
all across the country are saying the same exact words over and over and over. Do you ever see those where they
Mm-hmm. Wait, the montage where they put them
layer
all together.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same
Yeah.
script.
It's the
right?
same script, yeah.
And affordability is an
Crazy.
issue now.
Crazy.
Well, where was it when Biden was around?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
They want to blame tariffs.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's-
Yeah.
Kamala Harris trying to explain when she was vice president why the gas prices were high. Remember, she went out and explained that.
Because we use gas. To
So
drive
she
the
And
cars.
if you use gas,
Yeah,
you
they-
Because next to a sign that is high, not as high as it was when they were in office, explaining that it was Trump's fault.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
people will believe that because that's what they watch.
That's
They
But
believe.
can somebody explain something to me that it takes what? How many? About 2 years, right, to process the oil, to get it, to refine it. to
Yes,
be able to-
yeah, it's about a 2-year process. That's after you locate
When
it.
you can't
They
get
drill for
oil
it.
out of the Strait of Hormuz,
Yeah.
why does it affect the gas prices now?
It doesn't.
It doesn't,
You're right.
not one
Actually,
bit.
No,
somebody
that was
said
it. That's all a ploy. I mean, that it
Exactly.
is.
Not
That's-
one bit.
This is what's
all
crazy.
Well, they said
is.
it's a
Yep.
global commodity and that it's already
Yes.
pre-priced, like way far in
Way
advance.
before, yeah.
So that's just another thing that, and I didn't know that until now, but people just believe.
They're like, but
everything.
well, in the future, this barrel.
Oh, right.
We
You're
had to
right.
buy
In the future.
$100 barrels now for 7 months from now, so we're going to make it up now.
That's
but
right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's,
Bullshit.
And I'm
it's-
willing, like, listen, it's expensive to live here in New York. It's not easy, but
Yeah.
like, I don't love it. It was normally, it was costing me like around $45 to fill up. It cost me $60 the other day.
Yeah.
But for the greater good. I'm willing to suffer
Me
a
too.
little bit
100%.
for the
If
for
I
the
know
greater
where
good.
it's going, right? If I know that it's going to the
Absolutely.
greater good.
Right.
Like he said, we paid for these under Biden, and I didn't know why.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was
Well,
for.
it was to support Hunter's cocaine habit.
Oh, that's true.
And,
Hunter's cocaine habits,
we had
and
to
then
he probably had to buy more
illegals
children
Yeah,
somewhere.
That's right.
And
That's right.
That's
you
right.
know,
He needed
so
a new laptop.
probably
I know
needed-
that.
All
probably
the
needed-
illegals that were here.
That's
we
right.
had to support
That's
them.
right.
Yeah.
New laptops.
New
that's right.
laptops,
The new
cocaine
voting
and
base.
everything.
You know
Yes.
who had Hunter Biden's laptop at first? Who got it? Like once it came to the site, it was actually Rudy Giuliani.
He had it first, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
We
Yeah.
like saw it, and it was actually here.
no.
And then James has the whole thing on his website, but
Yeah.
really wild. When you and I think people forget so much. Like when you go back and realize like how much is out there about on these people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think people just forget. I'm not forgetting anymore. I'm keeping score on you psychos.
Well, it makes
Yeah,
me
it is.
think of the White House put out
I just got great
a
news.
post recently. You did?
I did.
Okay,
don't
I
know.
can hold off
Sorry,
on that.
I didn't mean to have it out
No,
first.
no,
Go ahead. You say yours first, and then I'll say it.
Well, they just put out this whole video of Trump and somebody speaking in the background, going through all of the, the start of Crossfire Hurricane
Yes.
and Arctic, whatever that
Yep.
was, and it was just one after another, and you're seeing these guys, these treasonous people, and it was
And
like
it's treason. That's a
treason.
good, great word because that's what it is.
we don't forget.
No.
We don't forget because as you're looking at it, you're like, damn, these people have to go down.
They have to go
They
down.
have to go
and
down.
I think that's part of the problem too. Is the whole perp walks in jail stuff. Like we're not seeing it,
But
and
it's
like
not going to happen.
It's not going to
right now.
happen yet.
I know.
You can't do it with
A corrupt
these
DOJ.
judges.
But
I'm
look at what's happening.
impatient.
They're all starting to resign now.
I know.
This is all happening in
Yes.
perfect time. Like
Yeah.
I think it's going to speed so fast. Like now until the summer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think right around America 250, none of us are going to have to worry anymore. I really
Oh
believe
gosh,
that.
I pray.
Which-
That's the case.
I hope.
Because he knows he knows everything is banking on these midterms.
Yeah, he does.
And if he lays out the rest of it, and Cash is, I'm finally having some. Cash has been here twice. I was all in on Cash. I started to get a little upset and
Yeah.
frustrated, and not. I will tell you, listening to him the other day restored my faith a little bit in him, and I think. I'm like, Teresa, just trust the plan. Like that's what you
Yeah,
keep
I
saying.
know. That's the hard part.
It's,
right?
and I
Trust
think
the
between
plan.
now and the summer, you're going to see major developments.
Having said that, guys up in the control room, can you pull up? I think it's cut 5. Let him
Let
cook.
them cook. Yep.
Oh yeah, yep.
Watch this. This is a good one.
Do you remember what it was like when the 2020 election was rigged and stolen?
Yes.
Do you remember all the bullshit stories people told you about how the fraudulent election would be overturned?
Yes.
Do you remember the symbols of tyranny when fences went up around D.C. for Joe Biden's inauguration? Do you remember watching fuel and food prices skyrocket in a matter of months? Do you remember watching our borders being invaded by a virtual army of unidentified criminals? Do you remember watching our nation get systematically destroyed for 4 years by the Joe Biden auto pen administration? Do you remember longing for the days of winning when we had Donald Trump in the White House? Do you remember thinking he was going to die when the bullet aimed at his brain only grazed his ear? Do you remember rejoicing after witnessing the miracle that saved his life? Do you remember celebrating the epic landslide victory in November of 2024?
Yes.
This is what you hoped for.
Yep.
This is what you prayed for. This is what you voted for. So why are you questioning every decision he makes now that he's back in office?
right.
God didn't save his life so he could make mistakes. He knows what he's doing. Maybe it's time to shut the fuck up and let him cook.
Yes. I love
This has been a public service announcement paid for by the Dilly Meme team.
Just let the man cook.
Yeah,
That's right.
Just let him.
Let him go.
Let him go.
Just
That was
let him
good.
do it. He'll
Yeah.
bring us
Very
there.
good.
I agree.
can't
I
wait.
do agree with that's perfect. That was
Yeah.
a perfect.
It is
Yep.
perfect because
example of all that.
Yeah.
how many Patriots do you know are friends? Like we've been in this for like 6 years, hardcore. My whole
Yeah.
life is rooted in this, right? So I know it's not everyone's life, but people I've been like voted for him 3 times, stood next to me at like Stop the Steal rallies and waving their Trump
Yeah.
are like folding, and I'm like, guys,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
oh my God, like
I know.
now you're gonna fold? Mm-hmm. This is not the time to fold. You have no faith in him, no trust.
And it can't be because they think just the Iran conflict is. That's really when it started coming. Now, that Candace Owens is a total other different.
Oh yeah,
bird.
I was
I'm not
actually
talking
defending her
about
up until a couple of months ago.
that.
Now I'm completely
correct.
done.
I know. Yeah, because I'm
Done.
with you.
Yeah.
on that.
There's no more.
but-
And her
but
and Laura Loomer, right? There's like so much crazy
what
shit
is going on there? Yeah. So, but yeah,
Like,
there's
whoa.
crazy shit going on there. But it's got to be there's got to be something corporate. There's always money. The evil dollar, the almighty dollar is affecting these guys. I gotta believe it.
It's not the
Everyone
dollar
has a
itself.
price,
it's the love
and they
of
have
it.
a price.
It's
we
the
talked
love of
about
it.
this earlier. Indiana is a very red state. We are extremely we have a super majority, and we have a senator, Todd Young, who's one of the 7 that voted against the SAVE Act.
Why?
At least 88% in Indiana agree that we need it, and there's Democrats that agree. I have a relative that is completely left, believes we should have.
Good, that's a good thing.
Yeah, okay.
That gives me hope.
Agreed.
It's like Dale. Okay, Todd. What's going on?
What's going on, and who got to you?
Right.
Exactly.
Well,
What do they have on you?
And that's the thing. They will, besides just blatantly kill you, they'll make your life so miserable you won't be able to travel. Your kids won't get into college. Your assets will be frozen.
Correct.
They will stop at nothing.
They will kill you.
So once they own you, that's it. Once
And if my father-in-law's listening, he called it on Todd Young.
wow,
He called
wisdom.
it.
See the wisdom.
He's wisdom.
He called it when he was young, because
But when you say they'll
see.
seize like their bank accounts and all that,
Yeah.
just take a look at what Canada did in COVID.
Yeah.
To the truckers.
Yes.
How easy it was
So
to just
easy.
get their funds,
Take it
freeze
away.
their accounts,
I mean,
take everything
they
away.
did do it here too. There were a lot
Did
of
it?
J6ers.
Well, yes. Okay.
Yeah, and
Correct.
that's how I think that's how Old Glory Bank either came to
into-
fruition or that's what they started using, which we love them.
All right.
But yeah, no, there were assets frozen and nothing.
Is that a local bank, by the way? I know we're.
It's national.
It is national?
I can connect you with them.
Wow.
Yeah, there's not physical branches everywhere.
No, that's fine.
But
It's
I'll
like
explain to you
Capital
how
One's
it works.
Bank or something, you know,
but
like
you
it's
can go
not-
to like the Dollar Tree and make it I don't know. It's like interesting, but I
Yeah.
can tell you about that.
Okay.
They're
All right.
great. We know the owners, John Rich, from
Really?
Big and Rich,
is
yeah.
one of the founders of it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah, we've had them here. Well, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
I
All
can
right.
connect
Yeah,
you
yeah.
for
'Cause
sure.
you got great news that I don't know.
Any connection you need, I got you.
Yeah, I know.
Not that I have that
We're
many.
learning that.
I'm
We're
not.
learning
I'm
that
not
this
like
time.
the.
Do you know George Strait?
I don't, unfortunately.
No, you didn't miss anything.
Okay, I'm not a country.
I am completely.
I'm not a country person or a Harry Potter fan.
Or Harry Potter. She's not a country person or a Harry Potter person.
But I still love you so much, Jim.
Wow. I don't know if we can be friends.
We'll be right back, friends. Thank you for tuning in.
Draw the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of unity. For the Patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
Get ready to move and celebrate freedom like never before. The America First Warehouse proudly presents Freedom in Motion, America 250. Join Lisa for an electrifying dance fitness fundraiser designed to get your heart pumping and your spirit soaring. This dynamic 6-week session is perfect for all fitness levels, whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your routine. Feel the energy of an epic patriotic playlist. Boost your fitness, learn exciting new moves, and relieve stress while having an absolute blast. All for just $100 per person, and it all supports a great cause. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Come dance, get fit, and celebrate America 250 in motion.
Corporate transfer. Fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
I'm going to come right into that. Welcome
We're
back to the Patriots RAW podcast. Who out there thinks the moon landing was real? Not
Nobody.
it. Nope.
Oh, he does.
Now, I will say this. I will say he made a good point because now after we supposedly did this, and I can't see them fooling us with this, but anyway, whether you believe it or not, but then the comment that I said I might side with you is when they said we got to figure out how to land on the moon.
I'm like, figure it out. Huh.
So
we
here's
already
the thing,
did
guys.
told we did that for 3
Hello.
years?
I live in the town where Grumman is, and my grandfather built the LEM that
Really?
on the moon. Okay, he was part of the
movie version or the real?
No, the real movie version.
Yeah.
And like even like the 50th anniversary, I went down to Florida and went to Kennedy Space Center. They did a whole 50th thing, and I was and I'm still proud of you, Grandpa, because you probably thought you were actually making something that actually went on the moon. Now you know it didn't.
You made it for Hollywood, though. That's still cool.
Because like, who was the cameraman? Bill had a theory. We were on the phone with Phil Iazetti yesterday from the Great Awakening.
Yeah.
Going over show stuff, and then we got into conspiracy stuff, and Bill was the middleman in between. Phil, you guys got to meet Phil. One of, I'm telling you guys.
Oh, we got to then. Yeah.
And we went into this whole big thing, and Bill had some answers to explain why I'm crazy and wrong.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to tell you, I still just don't think it happened.
I don't either.
I don't.
That's okay.
And my grandfather, I feel bad saying it, like he physically built the machine. Like, was part of the team.
But I mean, that's an accomplishment to
It
build.
is- it is on his end. I
Yeah,
just
that's an incredible accomplishment.
So the one thing I will say is, and I'm, of course you don't, I mean, most people I know believe it happened, so I'm not, I mean.
Yeah, you're not, you're probably in the majority.
That's what makes the world go round.
Yeah.
But I do say this, though, when things sound really crazy, I always say, if in 2019 we were sitting here today, right, or we just, the four of us were sitting in a diner, let's say.
Yeah.
But I will include all of us, but. And I said to you, hey guys, listen, like next year they're going to put out a global pandemic and they're going to lock us in and put masks on us and you're not going to see your family, and you'd start looking at me like, Teresa, you're crazy.
You're crazy.
And they're going to open the borders wide open. They're going to just let people in.
Yep.
Oh, you're
And then they're going to
crazy.
start mutilating children.
Yeah.
They're going to start letting children cut off most people would look at me and say, you're absolutely out of your
you need
mind.
to be locked up. Yeah.
So with
Guess
that
what?
in mind, I think of, like, I remember when I had my awakening in 2020, the biggest thing that was hard to swallow was everything I thought I knew wasn't really what it was.
Correct.
So
What makes
now,
you think this is any different?
that's how and that's where I give it more justification now, where I'm like,
My whole take
You know.
on it is it's just too big.
it's so
It
big,
was
but
too
Buzz
big that
Aldridge went on,
somebody would've had it.
is on like interviews saying it never happened.
Yeah, yeah.
And
What
then
about
everyone
one of
says,
the
well, Buzz
astronauts?
Aldridge is crazy. Well, I mean,
Okay, or maybe he's being
he's
honest
crazy
at
enough
the
to
end
know
of
if he
his life.
actually didn't go on the moon.
Yeah, maybe he's being
My
honest.
theory is this: they brought an extra astronaut up there.
And left him. There's a
And
skeleton with a
Is that what you
camera.
think? Is
Yeah,
that-
so there is a skeleton. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
I'm like, wow, okay. See how gullible I am now?
I see how gullible
I'm like,
he is.
really?
He's filming it. Hey, wait.
Oh, wait. Fellas,
No, I
forgot
believe
somebody.
they sacrifice people all the time on that side. So I was like, okay, this is an interesting one, Jim.
Probably
You-
like,
you
you
mean
get
like
to go
You
with
went
them.
from it happened to this. Like,
You mean like when Erica sacrificed Charlie?
Hey, 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 hey.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I want to just say really quick disclaimer, because we do love the idea of Turning Point USA.
Oh, absolutely.
We work with TP USA, we work with TP USA Faith and TP USA Rise, and I think the foundational part of the movement of Turning Point is amazing. I think what
Of course
it does
it is.
for children is amazing.
Incredible.
I think there's some serious flaws and issues in the upper
level.
echelons
I
of
agree.
Turning Point, and I'm sorry, with all due respect, I have some big questions.
Yeah.
I'll
Just
say,
questions.
for Erica.
And guess what? That is perfectly fine.
Questions.
But I do love the whole. Listen, this place. We had a packed out house. We had a beautiful vigil for Charlie. I was standing in here when we heard he died. One of the owners of RAW was in here, so we were getting real information because Charlie was on their network. So
Yeah.
everyone was blowing up my phone, telling me things, and I'm like, well, listen, I have the owner of the network here, and Charlie was on the network. It was hard to swallow. It broke my heart.
Oh.
It made me feel like everybody was susceptible to something like that. People got nervous coming here. Like there was so many
Sure.
things. And the outpouring of love and what it did for children and brought them together. There's still a beautiful part of his passing, though, because I feel like it was almost like a martyr. It really brought people. So there was a purpose, but
I never felt lost like that outside of a family member.
It was hard.
It was
very
weird.
hard.
I couldn't almost grasp how I was feeling.
It was like a
it was a depressing
yeah.
feeling, like, and I know my wife, I know Sherry felt the same way, where we just couldn't. We were almost speechless.
Yeah.
And like
everybody was like that, like numb, walking around.
But then a couple days
Yeah.
later, your brain starts to.
Oh, it does. Like any grief, you kind of go through the stages, right? And then you're questioning, you're
and
angry,
then you're
and
like,
then
wait a
you
minute.
start like,
Yeah.
wait a second now.
And we read, Angie, I think you read something beautiful. I'm sorry, Jim.
No, perfectly fine.
She read on our podcast that basically said like how the reason why we all felt that way is because he was such a strong disciple of Jesus and God, and we're all God's children, and that we I guess we understood.
We had such a connection
paraphrasing this
to-
right,
A connection
that,
to it.
that there was such a deep spiritual, I guess, brotherly connection. In faith. And it was
We
almost
still
like
watch
you
his
took one of our
videos to
own.
this day because
oh my God, they're
like
still
we
so
still
amazing. They're
watch them
powerful.
all. They're powerful.
I think he's more powerful now
He is.
Probably
than
I
he
agree.
was when he was alive.
That's good.
And,
Yeah, that's
and
a
then
good way
the
to put it.
questions start to come in where I have gone down these rabbit holes where he was questioning Israel and questioning the money. So there's a lot of questions, but overall, I do think the concept of turning point's beautiful, and I love what it's doing for children.
And you're allowed to ask questions.
Oh, no.
You can question this and question that and question this.
Well,
and
the
I
only
think
thing you
should,
can't question,
knowing-
the only thing you're not allowed to question is Israel, just so you know.
I know that.
You're not allowed to.
You're not allowed
Don't
to.
do
The
that.
minute you question Israel, you're an anti-Semite.
You're anti-Semite. That's right. You can't say anything about it because
okay.
they're not.
It was
corrupt
okay
at
when we
all.
hated our government and
That's
went against Biden, but we can't mention a foreign president or
Correct.
brand, which is to me the number one thing of like how communism started.
I agree. I agree.
I have had people tell me like that are friends of us here like. That I'm anti-Semitic because I question Netanyahu and Israel, and I'm like, how does that work?
No.
I fought against our own government for 4 years.
Yeah, correct.
But I don't know how that,
Yeah, exactly. If anything, I think I'm more sympathetic to the people
Absolutely.
because I am questioning your leadership.
Absolutely.
you
That's
know? And so I think
and
that's
there's a lot of
perfectly
things
fine.
that you look at from the Israel. You have to understand. We understand that they're surrounded by people that want them gone.
Yes.
Right. So they have to be. They have to be tough.
They're very
I mean,
defensive. They always have
truly
to be on
do.
the offense and defense, like
But
themselves.
when you're the president of the United States, and he asks you not to do anything while we're negotiating this, and then they go ahead and bomb Lebanon.
But you know what? That was a perfect. That's exactly. That's a
That's the
Trump power
plan.
play.
That's the
Trump
art of the deal.
He know it's a power play. Even when people are like, "Oh, Trump's calling for his pardon," I'm like, "You idiots! You don't know how Trump works."
Yeah.
Do you know why he's calling for his pardon? No. Are you going to research it? They're like, probably. Okay, you and millions of other people are now going to start going, why does Netanyahu even need a pardon?
Yeah.
Why would President? And all of a sudden now you have the Globe
looking
talking about it. Yeah.
Or should I say Globe or should I say the flat Earth? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Are you a flat earther?
I'm starting to become one.
No. Okay, here's where we differ.
I don't know yet. I just know that people I trust who are much better with math and whatever tell me that if you look out of the Sound in Long Island and you see Connecticut, if the Earth was actually round, the distance, you wouldn't see it, it would curve. I don't know. I'm not sure yet.
It's interesting.
Like actual, that's
mathematically.
just one example, but they gave me a much broader, like a scientific thing. But I don't know.
It's interesting.
It is.
Very interesting.
So maybe the Bermuda Triangle is actually the end of and they fell over.
Could be.
I was
Is that
just
like
through
is that
there.
like the dead skeleton?
We were just
off
through
the
there on a cruise. I'm telling you. It seemed
You
like
go over, you end up on the moon with a dead skeleton.
Yeah,
Who was
the guy
sacrificed.
in the movie with the dead skeleton, and at the bottom, Eric
He was
Kirk.
right. And then boom, there was Charlie.
And there was Charlie. Like I'm just
In
full
Valhalla.
circle.
That's how you get
In
to Valhalla.
Valhalla. That's it.
Wow, boy, we just kind of went
Full circle. We solved it.
The
I
whole
can't believe it.
audience
Less than an
is
hour.
shot.
We solved it all.
We just
That's
solved
incredible.
the world's problem.
Feel
You're
great.
welcome.
I feel really good now.
I have to tell the whole world how sad I am that our time is wrapping up.
Oh,
here
it
and
is.
Well, what was your good news?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have made a big deal of it than I should have. So they don't know. Alma was a Patriot that we met early on in our fight here. She's a she lives in Florida now,
Oh,
and
okay.
she's incredible. And I want to get baptized in the ocean this summer.
Me too.
And she's doing them in Naples. And I wrote back and said, "Oh, I wish Ernie." I said, "Ernie wants you to. We want to get baptized this summer. And Ernie wanted you to do it." And I was just saying like that we thought of her.
Yeah.
And she just wrote back here, "I will come baptize you."
I want to do it too.
So and she's like special.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good for you.
Special, anointed, amazing, incredible.
She's the one that through Jesus Christ, dropped to my knees.
Really?
Dropped down.
I swore I would never go.
Dropped
You know how
down.
people go back to churches?
Yeah.
She's
I grew
amazing.
up Roman Catholic. This is a Christian thing is very new to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I am never falling back like that.
I did.
Wow.
When the Holy Spirit comes through, you have no choice.
You have no choice. You just do it.
She showed up at a rally.
It was so powerful
because she was on. She had scheduled a worldwide tour to preach and minister. The pandemic happened. She couldn't go anywhere, so she said enough. She's from Mexico. We knew we met her before she got her citizenship, but got it while she was here.
Yeah.
Totally is so proud to be an American.
Wow.
Her story is crazy. When her movie comes out, you guys got to see it. Insane. Such a special lady. I can't even. The people that we've met through.
Isn't it incredible?
When the whole world felt like they were losing something in 2020. Here's the thing, guys. I believe if 2020 didn't happen and all this shit didn't happen, do you think we would know each other?
No. You're right. I agree.
The blessings that came out of this.
That's right.
I agree.
And you know what's ironic?
I agree with
and
that
funny?
100%.
That if they wouldn't have cheated in 2020,
We'd be done.
Trump
They'd
wouldn't
be
be
done
here
with
right now.
him.
No,
Yeah,
and you know
that's
what?
right.
We'd probably be standing in line for bread.
Yeah.
Yep, we probably would.
And we'd be in camps.
Yep, we probably
It's
would
right.
be.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
And there was a
is
camp
crazy.
being built upstate. So
We know. You guys told us that on the show, and I was like, I can't even believe this
Literally,
was happening. That
it
was
was
insane.
insane.
And all
But
factual, by the
they
way.
created.
Yeah, 100%.
They created a pandemic,
Whoopsie.
Let it go.
and they did. They created the pandemic.
Yeah.
They tried to arrest him. They tried to do all this stuff
And shoot him.
and they still had to cheat. to
Of
beat him.
course.
Yep.
This,
And
this
it's
is-
all gonna. It's all
coming out.
It's all gonna
It's all
come out.
coming
The
out.
truth always wins in the end, man.
Yep.
I'm telling
It
you.
does.
And
like,
it's all
Well-
going to come out in one big RICO
I agree with that.
conspiracy
I believe that
encompassing
too.
everything.
I believe that.
Dale and I, the one thing
That's
that
right. If we go over a
frustrates
minute,
us-
I don't care.
The one thing that frustrates us more than anything is we have this stuff that's being out there. You know, they Tulsi Gabbard puts this out there that this is what happened, and then John Solomon comes out and said Adam Schiff went along with it and he knew what he was doing and he put it out there. Why is this man? At least a grand jury has not been called to get him.
It's coming.
How do you know it's already not in play?
It better be.
By the way,
it's
John will
this-
probably be here on the
in
June
play.
event.
Really?
He comes here.
Oh, no kidding.
I do have his number too. But
Now
the
you
last
gotta
time I
come up
tested
for
him our show,
another
he didn't
day.
answer.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
And
starting
I
to
think
think
he has
maybe.
to stay protected.
Yeah, I think so.
But
Dale
we
and
do
I,
know
we
John
need to go in.
Solomon.
We need to
John
go into
Solomon.
a private jet.
Yeah.
Joe the Box, actually, that I don't have yet. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. We're getting
Sorry.
someday. Right?
Actually,
Someday.
we do.
Yeah.
And he flies the Trump kids around. Hey, Vinny, see, if you're listening, we need some jets. He lives in he goes between New York and Florida.
You're kidding me.
I swear to
It's
you.
perfect.
In fact, out there, you'll see a MAGA EMS truck.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we have some old police cars that we used to have covered. Those are his, and he does fly the Trump kid. I hope I'm. I don't know if I'm allowed to say all that.
Well,
I'm
I know.
gonna stop.
You just
I
did.
digress.
You did.
So let's quick. Before we sign off, do we get everything that we need to? No, we have to say something here. Oh, Kevin Downey Jr. Can you bring up Asset 4 real quick? Very quick. KDJ, our brother, he's on LI News Radio, 9 to 11 every morning, Monday through Friday. We love you, Kevin. Tune in to listen to him. And if we can go to number 3, the movie night, we have the 1916 Project this Saturday. It's a Seth Gruber documentary. It's amazing.
Please come for that.
Please come
need
to see that.
see this movie.
Really, we need the ticket sales to go up, but more because I want you guys to see this movie. It's so important to watch.
Yeah.
Wow.
And last but not least, I want to bring up the podcast promo Asset 1. So, that's okay. 1 is Tuesdays. Dale and Jim are on the America First Network on our show at 10 a.m. All the ways to watch them on the bottom there, our app, our social media accounts, and our website. And then if you go to number 2, that's where you can find Dale and Jim on Mondays and Wednesdays at 10:30 a.m. You can, and I can share these with you if you want
these are awesome.
You can scan that for Rumble and X on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Aren't those two handsome dudes?
They really, really are. They really are.
Guys, what the heck? Thank you so much.
We love you guys.
Love
to
you.
death. We are going to end with a prayer, if that's okay
Yes,
with you.
please.
We
No
do
problem.
end in
Please.
prayer.
Yep.
And thank you guys. It has been.
It's been an
Love
honor.
it. I'm so glad you guys made it.
I
Before you do the
really
prayer,
am, like. I don't.
yeah,
I
it's
love
been an honor.
having you guys here. I feel like you just fit into the family here.
When
it's amazing.
when we first saw your show, and I know I keep repeating myself when I say this, but we looked at each other and said, "They're female versions of us."
That's us. And this whole thing, and I just want to thank Joe and thank everybody here.
Joe's the best.
You guys have been amazing hosts, gracious as can be. And
Well, you're
we're
part of the
honored to be a
family
part of
now.
We're so glad.
Our
We're so
warehouse,
glad.
your warehouse. You're
Awesome.
always welcome here. We
And
hope your families
immediately,
come.
as soon as we got here,
Boom.
We're home.
Oh, I know. Once Joe got you guys, I was like, all right. I didn't even say, let him do his thing.
Yeah,
he
right.
likes to.
But
I know
Joe
he
took
likes to
us
do
around
it,
and got us
his 75-cent tour.
It was awesome.
And I'm glad you got to see us here.
But if you have
so.
700 people in here, for like the midterms, there's plenty of bets.
There are bets here. We got a little bit of. You wouldn't believe the stuff we have here.
Yeah.
One day, the guys from 6B called me. Do you have a sombrero? I'm like, actually, we do.
Actually, we do.
Do you have? And I'm like, the things that we have around here.
Like, of course
we
you
have
do.
all these props from when that show tonight does.
Yeah.
Joe, we had a barbecue here on Sunday. Joe puts on a Washington
he put
wig,
it on.
and I was dying because he's talking to all of us, and he kept doing his bang.
His hair,
I was rolling.
So
You
funny.
never know what we got here,
You
guys.
don't.
The warehouse is like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory for Patriots.
And I
You
think
just can't
that's
eat off
right.
the wall, but we'll
And
feed you
I'm-
regular
That's right.
food.
You fed us good.
I'm waiting
So we're
for. Okay, so I'm an Oompa Loompa, right?
Yeah. I mean, if this is the chocolate factory.
I'm sure, what's her face? The obnoxious bitch in the red dress. Baruka.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sure I'm Baruka. But,
all right. Yeah,
all right, well, we're going to say a
Yeah,
prayer. We're
thank
going to
you,
let the guys hit the road. They have some traveling to do, but thank you for tuning in. We'll end with prayer, and we'll see you next week.
Alrighty.
All right.
So,
Yeah,
thank you. Yes.
Here we go. Heavenly Father, we come before you with gratitude and humility, seeking your hand over our nation. We ask that you pour out your wisdom, strength, and discernment upon President Donald Trump and his administration. Guide their decisions, steady their hearts, and surround them with truth and clarity as they lead. May they govern with courage, integrity, and a deep awareness of your will. Lord, we lift up this country to you. In times of division, bring unity. In moments of uncertainty, bring peace. Let your righteousness be the foundation upon which this nation stands, and may your light shine in every corner of our land. We also pray for those that we may call out. Pray for those we may call our enemies. Soften their hearts, open their minds, and draw them closer to you. Replace anger with understanding, confusion with truth, and division with compassion. May they come to know Jesus deeply and personally and be transformed by his love and grace. Father, we thank you for our Patriot brothers, Dale and Jim. We are grateful for their friendship, their strength, and the bond we share. Watch over them as they travel, keep them safe on every road, protect them from harm, and bring them to their destinations securely. Bless their journey with peace, joy, and purpose. We trust in your plan, Lord, and we place all of this in your hands. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. And as always, keep
your faith strong,
your family close, and your freedom alive. God bless you all. Thank you
God
for
bless
tuning
everybody.
in.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
We
you.
love having you here.
We love you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Appreciate it.
For the Patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be. America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see. A symbol of hope, a symbol of unity. For the Patriots of America, we stand tall and free.